Just one sec. Can we just dismiss that pop-up? Thanks. All right, everyone. My name is Ted. I'm the co-founder of Deal. Deal is a new paradigm layer one blockchain. We are with the maximum decentralization and the infinite scalability. You may ask, how can we achieve two at the same time? And let me explain in details. So this is our team. My name is Ted, and we also have our team members here. We also have a very fortunate to have a group of advisors to help us to navigate through the roadmaps and stuff. Okay, so our vision is to build the next $1 billion cybernetic economy, and we're basically trying to maximize on both the scalability as well as the decentralization part of it. Deal is the next generation blockchain that can achieve up to 800K TPS with up to 1 million solo stakers decentralization. And then basically how we do it is if we look at the chart here, there are two dimensions. On the y-axis, that is the decentralization, and on the x-axis, that is the TPS. And we just do a very simple head-to-head comparison between Deal, Solana, and Ethereum. So essentially, we are at least 100x, if not 10 to 100x, on both the scalability as well as the decentralization part of it. So the scalability means we can onboard more applications for even higher mass adoption, and the decentralization basically means fortifies the security and also the consensus for the network. So how do we do it? On the scalability part, we're basically using the sharding together with the modularity. We have this subnet sharding for the data layer, which allow us to achieve the 1000x of the consensus part of it. And on the decentralization part of it, the reason we can do it is because of our proprietary two-tier staking system, which allows us to achieve not only the decentralization, but also faster finality with the free slot finality of 36 seconds. And on the data layer, sorry, I forgot to mention, there's a 2D PRDS plus the sub-networking sharding, so that allows us for the large amount of data to be propagated in the network very fast, which will allow us to achieve 100x of the scalability on that. So next question is, how do we do the ecosystem flywheel? Essentially, I'll quickly go through this, is that there are three parties. One is our validator, which have 1 million validators over there. Another one is the application who is going to deploy on Deal. And another one is the solo stakers. Essentially, we're creating these two flywheels of the tokenomics between the three parties. And then because the nature that the application has to pay Deal in Deal token to be able to use the network, so that the Deal token will be consumed while there are more users and applications on board onto Deal, which creates a dual flywheel in the three parties. And this flywheel is going to drive the Deal price go up, also the more applications on board, as well as more validators in the network, which forms a positive feedback loop. So there are two things. This is the Deal mini pool, which is very unique about Deal, how the staking works among the solo stakers as well as the delegation. So this is the first catalyst for us to achieve that staking. One is we have different models where people can stake their tokens onto the mini pool, or they can create a mini pool by themselves. Essentially, they can boost their APY from 20% to up to 56% if they create a mini pool. And then essentially, this will have their incentives aligned between what we call the mini pool operator, as well as the community members who are willing to do it. And we will also create the tool sets very easy, so that even someone who does not have a very strong technical background can spin up their own solo stakers within a few minutes. Okay, this is just a preview of the product web page, how the mini pool works. We also have the launch pool, but essentially that gives the application owners the incentive to launch on the Deal network. So far, okay. I think I went most of it. Yeah, we have also the more than 20 validators on board already. More than 160, 16,000 validators currently in the testnet. Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. I have a question about the dual system. How would you balance rewards for the dual system? How would you balance rewards for the dual staking system versus the single operator, the large operating pools?
Yeah, sure. So I think essentially this question is regarding the mini pool. So there are basically the nature of the mini pool is actually a smart contract deployed on the created out of our standard smart contract onto the validator. Essentially, the problem today with the I'll say the dedication for most of the POS network is that the most of the POS network today either is permissioned. That's one problem, and another one is the creator of the validator or the operator of the validator does not have direct access to the community. And I'm just taking like Lido for instance, right? Like even you become one of the validator behind Lido, you still cannot. The user still have to go to the Lido website to stake into your network. So that's sort of the round robin fashion where you don't get too much incentive to promote your validator. But here, this is different, where every one of the DO mini pool creator can become an advocate of the network. And because all the referral, all the delegation go into that validator, the operator will directly get reward for that. So essentially, this creates a alignment of the incentive. And because of the two-tier staking system, which allow us to support up to 1 million validators permissionlessly, so that everyone can become one.
Hello. How do you attract builders, given that like most chains have this problem to attract users? How do you attract users to your platform?
Yeah, that's a good question. So let me just go back to there are two parts. One is the user, one is the application, right? So we attract application because there are two things. One, we provide the scalability as well as the decentralization. Another thing is every single application will have their own dedicated app space. Essentially, technically, that basically means they have their own sequencers and stuff, right? So they can capture their token, do token customization, and even have their token to be used as the gas token for their application. So this is the first step to attract the applications onto the deal. And another thing is we'll have this the ecosystem launch pool. Essentially, what it does is we will drop the deal token for the application users, right? For the application can distribute the deal tokens to their users, right? Essentially, this will bring even more users onto the deal network, and because how easy we can allow them to become a solo staker, this will allow even more users to become the deal solo stakers and even stake onto other mini pools. So there are two steps. One is attract the application to deploy on deal, right? That's because we can have their very easy to deploy. Essentially, we can allow them to spin up their own application space within 5 minutes on the website. They can customize their token, they can customize their block time and whatnot, right? And then with that, then we have the application users onboarded. And then because of this flywheel, which unfortunately I couldn't explain more in details, but this will create a positive feedback loop and create a deal token in a deflationary manner where the token price will go up and also fortify the security of the whole network.
Builders do you have currently?
So currently we are on the testnet, but essentially we have already, as you can see here, we have Stepan, Matrix, and Xstar, and a few other AI apps already on board. Like for the Stepan alone, it's like millions of users over there, and then that will basically, we're pretty confident that this will create a lot of them will actually become either the solo stakers by themselves or participate in a network. This is this is basically the catalyst for our growth as well. Yeah.
In the time remaining, can you quickly explain how the leverage component works?
Leverage what?
How the leverage works. So you said the validators can leverage user capital.
The capital?
If you go back a few slides. One more, two more. Stop. All right, node operators can leverage user capital.
Oh, right. So this is the beauty of it. So essentially, the mini pool will allow you to basically stake, let's say, 1,000 token, and with that, you can receive up to another 9x, essentially another 9,000 tokens from the community. And because you are the operator, you get a cut of the POS reward, and that's the reason.
But where are they getting it from?
No more questions. Time is over. We're not going there. All right. Thank you very much, Ted.
Yeah, thank you.